All right, y'all, let's talk about how devotion to Santa Muerte actually opens up the door for your ancestors to come through even clearer, and also your spirit guides, those in your spiritual court, even clearer. Because there seems to be this misconception that when Santa Muerte comes into your life, when you build an altar for her, when you welcome her into your home, that no other spirit would ever be allowed to enter there. And I talked about it in another video about how that isn't entirely true, but I was speaking within the context of sometimes lingering spirits can come through. If you are living with someone that is not a spiritual person and they have a lot of hatred in their heart, that can manifest as a entity, a spirit, and that can also draw in other types of spirits. And I talked about, cleansing your home and being mindful and like knowing how to ward, how to banish, how to protect, all that, whatever. So go back and watch that if you want to get more into that. But like I said, there seems to be this misconception that Santa Muerte will not allow any other spirit into your space because she is there. And that's not true. Because like I said before, mommy is a gateway. She is a portal into the realm of the dead, into the realm of spirits. Okay? So your ancestors that walk with you, that guide you, she will push you to connect with them. Because if you understand who Santa Muerte is, her culture, okay, her history, the culture of the people, where she is from, honoring the dead, honoring your ancestors is a part of that. So if you are someone that is not honoring your ancestors, in a way you are missing out on what Santa Muerte teaches, because she's very big on honoring the dead, respecting the dead, especially those in your ancestry. Okay? Even the dead, those that have passed on that don't have people to honor them, she will teach you to respect spirits, to respect those that are unnamed, to respect those at the cemetery where people do not visit them, that don't have people visiting them. Because mommy teaches you the importance of that and why we do that. And that also includes connecting with our not our ancestors, but with our ancestors. But we also are called to connect with our spiritual court, our guardian angels, the spirits that walk with us, that help us. Because it's not only mommy that walks with us. A lot of us have multiple spirit guides that come to us at different times in our lives. Mommy is not going to stop them from coming in. So if you're saying that, oh, she would never let another spirit enter in the home, that's not true. Because she's going to be, having a little chit chat, having a little conversation with your spiritual court, and they will be working together on how to best guide you in your life on your path. Now, of course, you want to go about this respectfully and, not just be inviting a whole bunch of spirits, because there are some folks that, like I've said before, want to be like Pokemon and fucking catch them all when it comes to connecting with their spirit guides. And that can get dangerous very quickly because you are overwhelming yourself with too much energy at once. Some people do not understand the energy that they are tapping into. Some people are making promises too soon. Some people are even tapping into trickster spirits. And as y'all are seeing the craziness going on right now, when you're accessing just too much at once and you're not grounded, you're not actually building a relationship with your spirits, with mommy, you're neglecting that relationship, shit can go south really fast. You can get spiritually fucked up very quickly. And mommy, in a way, acts as an anchor and a reminder to move with integrity and to move with balance and to move with respect. Because if you are not respecting the spiritual realm, if you are not respecting the ancestral realm, if you are not respecting the dead, mommy's gonna snatch you up and talk to you. That's not a bad thing, but she will put you in your place when it comes to that. But, you know, other people, other devotees have said and shared, like, no, mommy has actually helped me connect with my ancestors and my spirit guides, and she's helped me do the same. You know, the deeper that I've gone in my devotion with Santa Muerte, the more that I was called to honor my ancestors and really connect with my bloodline. And that means healing those ancestral wounds, you know, so I'm not going forward and making the same mistakes or doing the same things that they did. You know, ultimately, I'm honoring my ancestors by being my authentic self, by walking my path. You know what I mean? You know, just taking into account their sacrifices and honoring their life and those that came before me. Because again, Santa Muerte and her history and the culture is about honoring that. You know, having honor and respect for the dead, you know, those death rites, and seeing death as something sacred, you know, not something that's just taboo and like, ooh, we don't want to talk about it. She will have you confront that. And that, like I said, that means connecting with your people, with your ancestors. And yeah, so this whole misconception, like, oh no, mommy will never like let other spirits come in, that's not entirely true. So that's just something to keep in mind when it comes to Santa Muerte devotion. All right.